Hello everyone, I am Dr. Anil Shirati, Professor and Consultant at Jain College of Engineering, Belgavi. So in today's session 3 on flexible manufacturing system, we will be dealing with components of flexible manufacturing system. So this is the flexible manufacturing system. It mainly consists of four basic components. One is the workstation, second is the material handling and storage system, third is the computer control system, and the last one people required to manage all this operation. So let's see all these components one by one. So first is the workstation. So what a following type of workstation can be typically used. It may be a loading and unloading workstation. It may be a machining operation workstation, maybe like a CNC lathe, CNC milling, or special purpose machine. Other processing solution like punching, shearing, and welding machines can also be there. Also, it can be an assembly station, or also it can be a special, like if you are using for quality control, it may be an inspection and vision workstation also. Next is the material handling and storage system. So what is the function of material handling is independent movement of work parts between the workstation should happen. It should able to handle variety of work part configuration, like it should able to handle square, rectangular, or circular. Temporary storage should be allowed. So suppose you are going from workstation to the another workstation, and if there is the different cycle time, so the first component may have to wait for the till the initially component got machined. So there should be a temporary storage facility should be available on the material handling system. It should have convenient loading and unloading of work parts compatible with the computer control, because here we are avoiding all human interface. Material handling equipment. So there are two types of material handling equipment. One is the primary material handling equipment system, which establishes the basic layout of FMS. This is responsible for moving work parts between two systems. Mainly they are the conveyors. Second is the secondary, which consists of devices, automatic pallet changing, similar mechanism located in the workstation of FMS. The function of the secondary handling system is to transfer the work from the primary system to the machine tool and other processing station, and to position the part with sufficient accuracy and repeatability to perform the process and assembly operation. So in general, primary is like a conveyor where your material is moved, but secondary plays a very important role because that will be related to the workstation. So whatever the part should be properly, accurately positioned on the workstation. So next is the FMS layouts. So there are 5 types of layouts available which are most popular. So first is the inline layout, loop layout, ladder layout, open fill layout, and robot centered cell. So these are the 5 layouts. We will see all these layouts one by one. So see, this is the FMS inline layout. This is straight in nature, well-defined process of sequence in workstation. Work flow from left to right. Okay, no secondary handling devices, line transfer system from secondary part handling at each workstation. So let's say, see what happens here. This is machine 1, machine 2, machine 3, machine 4. From left side the loading happens, at the right side you will get the complete part, final product. So this layout is very good when the operations are defined. For example, first operation is on milling machine, second is on drilling machine, third is on CNC, fourth is on like grinding machine. So this process will work very well when the sequence of operation on the specific machines are well defined. Okay. Next is a FMS inline layout also. So in this case what happens, starting and complete parts at one place only. So what happens, work will go here, goes here, get machined, come here, wait for second one, goes to the second machine, come. So like this it will go. This is the primary layout and all this part is the secondary layout. Okay. Second is FMS loop layout. This is a one directional flow, but variation in the process sequence possible for different parts. Second, handling system at each station. So what happens here, machines, for example, one part is coming from here, okay, yeah, it goes, works on this machine, then it don't know, there is no operation on this machine, it goes to the third machine, operates, comes to the fifth machine, goes inspection, come out, okay, allowed. Second part may come here, directly may go here only, or get operated, get inspected, out. So that sequence is possible in case of a loop layout. Third is a rectangular layout. Only the difference between the loop and rectangular is the shape, and in rectangular, loading and unloading goes from left to right. So here forward loop and return loops are possible, okay. Next is the ladder layout. So in case of a ladder layout, what happens is each workstation itself is having all this directional flow or the conveyor all around it, okay. So what happens, the parts comes here, goes here, or get operated, goes here, okay, then it will come out, goes to the next one, maybe come out here, okay, goes to the third one, fourth machine. Next is the FMS open layout. So open layout is the sequence of operation may be very different. So multiple loops are possible. If you see here, so let's say one parts comes here, okay, it is goes get operated, again it can come like this also, it can come like this also. So very suitable for parts which are part families, okay. Next is the robot center. As the name specifies, it complete layout is defined around the robot. So let's say this is the robot. What it does is it will take the workpiece from here, put on this machine, then take out, put on the machine, second machine, then keep it here. So robots plays an important role in this one. So all your FMS is defined around the robot. Next components of FMS are computer function. So what actually computer plays very important role in FMS. So it will control the complete manufacturing process itself. So what is the function? Work control. That is the individual station required control is usually done by computers. Distribution of control instruction to the workstation. Production control. So all production mix, machine scheduling, everything is done by computers. Traffic control. Traffic control is nothing but handling of the parts from one machine to the another machine, moving them, all this is traffic. Shuttle control, coordination of secondary handling with the primary. So what is meant by secondary handling? So secondary handling are the parts which are directly related to the machining, okay. Primary is just a movement of the raw material or unfinished material. So once a secondary handling gives a signal, then only the primary will move, comes to the secondary, goes to the machining, again from secondary it will come out and then give the signal to the primary. So all this shuttle control has to be done by computer. Next is the work monitor, very important. Monitoring of the workpiece part machining at each workstation has to be properly coordinated with the complete system. Tool control and tool life monitoring also is done by the computer. Performance monitoring and report utilization. So all the availability of the machine utilization, product piece count per hour, all this production report, I can say in simple terms, will be done by computer. Diagnosis, malfunctions or recommended repairs of any machine. That is nothing but even Industrial 4.0 get implemented in FMS. The last person in the components of FMS is human or human being. So loading and unloading parts for them from the system, changing the setting, cutting tools, maintenance, repair of the equipment, NC part programming is done by the people, and programming and operating the computer system and overall management of the system. It is what a labor working on the machine will do. So Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, you can email me or you can text me on the above number. Thank you everyone.